The millionth sunbeam, a new horizon. In the early 2020s, the world felt as though it were holding its breath, waiting for a miracle that refused to arrive. The data was clear, yet the momentum of the old world was heavy. Kieran, a visionary engineer with a penchant for radical efficiency, spent his nights staring at the stars, wondering why we tried to outrun the sun instead of embracing it. He knew that to save the planet, we didn't just need better cars. We needed a fundamental shift in how we moved through the world. Kieran's philosophy was simple. The most efficient way to travel is to mimic the wind. He designed a vehicle that sipped energy rather than gulping it, a machine so light and slippery that it could be powered by the very light hitting its skin. We aren't just building transport, he told his small team. We are building a way to live in harmony with the celestial mechanics of our solar system. It was in 2025 that Eris, a renowned climatologist who had grown weary of grim projections, first visited Kieran's facility. She was a woman of hard facts and cold numbers, skeptical of silver bullet technologies. 1 million vehicles by 2030? She asked, her voice echoing in the vast hangar. The grid can't handle 1 million more electric cars, Kieran. We're already at the brink. Kieran smiled, led NG her to the prototype. That's the beauty of it, Eris. These don't lean on the grid, they support it. They are mobile power plants. Most people will never plug them in. Eris ran her hand over the solar-embedded roof, feeling the warmth of the sun's captured energy. For the first time in years, the numbers in her head began to shift from red to green. By 2027, the momentum became a movement. The factory didn't just produce cars, it produced a new kind of freedom. Kieran watched as the 1,000th vehicle rolled off the line. Public perception was turning. People no longer saw climate action as a sacrifice of comfort, but as an upgrade to a more intelligent, elegant lifestyle. The never-charge lifestyle became a status symbol of wisdom. Eris spent her days traveling the globe, not to warn of disaster, but to document the recovery. She tracked the Aptera effect, the measurable drop in urban heat islands as gas engines vanished, and the lessening strain on national power grids. She saw families in remote regions gaining mobility for the first time, fueled entirely by the sky above them. The year 2029 saw the transition from a trend to a global standard. At the World Climate Summit, Kieran and Eris stood together before the leaders of nations. They weren't there to plead for change. They were there to show that the change had already won. Technology and sustainability had finally converged, creating a path that was not just viable, but irresistible. On a crisp morning in late 2030, the milestone was reached. The 1 millionth vehicle sat at the end of the line, its gold-flecked solar skin shimmering. Kieran placed a hand on the hood, feeling the hum of a decade's worth of labor and love. He remembered the nights of doubt and the weight of the globe's future. The impossible had become the inevitable. Eris joined him, holding a report that confirmed the unthinkable. For the first time in a century, the atmospheric carbon curve had begun a steady, meaningful decline. The 1 million vehicles were more than just machines. They were 1 million active participants in the planet's healing. We didn't just avert the disaster, Kieran, she whispered. We redesigned the future. As the sun set on 2030, the horizon didn't look like an ending, but a beginning. 1 million sun-powered voyagers moved across the continents, silent sentinels of a new era. Kieran and Eris looked out at a world that was greener, quieter, and full of light. They had proven that when human ingenuity aligns with the rhythms of the earth, there is no limit to how far we can go.